The motorcycles from TVS have always been rugged and reliable. The company takes its time in launching new bikes and they don't bother much about the rat race. The Apache RTR series is an example of this. Known for its brisk performance, sweet handling and strong styling cues, the RTR series are an enthusiast favorite. Here we have the Apache 200 RTR 4V. Is it better than the competition? How good is it? Let us find out from this detailed review.
The new TVS Apache RTR 200 is underpinned by a brand new chassis. It gets a twin cradle arrangement that makes it both light and durable. The TVS Apache RTR 200 is positioned in the middle of the Pulsar NS 200 and Duke 200. Coming in at 148 kilos, it is lighter than the Pulsar 200 NS by 3 kilos. The KTM though is still the undisputed leader of the weight front in the 200cc segment. Acceleration is brisk. Usable power band was immediately evident while revving the bike through the gears. Riding at the 90 to 100 km/h range should be no problem at all for this bike. The sheer level of refinement from the engine at that speed is something that the buyers are going to come to love on this machine. On the suspension front, the TVS Apache RTR 200 4V gets 37 mm Kayaba forks at the front, while using a monoshock unit at the rear, which is again a first time for TVS. This bike has two tire options, one being their self-manufactured Remora compound tires, while the other is a Pirelli one. The Pirelli comprises of the Sport Demon at the front and the Angel GT at the rear. Braking duties are handled by a pedal disc setup at both ends, measuring 270 mm and 240 mm in the front and rear respectively. Though they are not from Biber like its competitors, its performance is on par with it.
Priced just a little under 90,000 rupees, it is a great value for money being a 200cc bike, considering its other competitors, especially the NS 200 and the Duke 200. At this price range, this bike can be availed instead of the Yamaha Phaser and the Suzuki Gixxer. This bike also rocks a full LED instrument cluster, the first of its kind from TVS, but I can assure you, one of the best in its segment. The customer also gets a lot of options to choose from. They can choose from the ABS, fuel injection or the Pirelli tires. However, the fuel injection and the ABS variants are not available anywhere right now. The aggressive headlights on this bike also houses some impressive LED DRLs. It not only makes the bike look more attractive, but also makes it a lot safer to ride on rough weather. It has a stainless steel double barrel exhaust which also houses a catalytic converter to meet the future emission standards. The exhaust note is tuned to make it sound more emphatic, and I can guarantee you it sounds good. Even after being a naked street bike, its on-track performance is remarkable. It has a really nice frame which keeps it tight on the corners and planted on a straight track. Despite all the good things I just spoke about the bike, it does have some negative sides too. When you're cruising on the highway, it's where you'll start missing the 6th gear. The 5-gear gearbox could have been upgraded into a good 6-matic gearbox. The engine of this bike is air and oil cooled. It could have been a fully liquid cooled system like its competitors, the NS 200 or the AS 200.
The clearly visible corner of the instrument console at the face of the bike could have been hidden by a small sized visor. This would also help in protecting the rider from at least some amount of winds. Instead of white and black, all the shades are available in matte versions only.
And like I mentioned before, the fuel injection and ABS variants is not currently available in India.
So in the end of the review, we have come to this. The design speaks cleanly for itself, mixing the blend of a street fighter motorcycle with the practical everyday usability of an Apache series motorcycle. Medium performance figures would facilitate a better mileage figure, whereas the practical rear seat height would increase the pillion comfort. The Apache is the best option if you're not into the 0 to 100 sprint game, as it would keep your pocket full of money for more kilometers than the fuel burners of the 200cc segment. Also a better bike to buy instead of the other 150cc bikes at the same price if you want to really push through the corners in style and keep biking a fun sport. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Ride safe. This is the TGB signing off. See you on another episode.